Good morning, all of you. Today, myself, Robin, Dishant, and Baljinder is here to perform a case study analysis on a Cumberland Hotel hammer attack case. And today we will discuss this case in full detail, and in the end we will give its outcome, and we will also give our personal reflection. So to begin with, this incident took place in April 2014. Three sisters were traveling from UAE, Ahud, Khalud, and Fatima. They were traveling from UAE to UK, and they were staying in Cumberland Hotel located in London. And during their stay in adjoining room, one person named Philip Spence entered the room, and he attacked the sisters, all the three sisters, and this attack was very critical. And in response, the family filed a case against the hotel for the breach of duty of care. But after all the investigation, court found that the hotel was not responsible for the injury caused to the three sisters, and the person who attacked the sister was also got imprisonment for 27 years.
So the purpose of the report. The purpose of the report is to analyze the Cumber Hotel hammer attack incident in which the three sisters Ahud ul-Nazar, Fatima ul-Nazar and Khalud ul-Nazar was attacked by Philip Spence. In this report, we will analyze why the hotel was not responsible for injuries to these three sisters, and what did the regional duty of care steps did the hotel take to prevent this type of injuries from caused by third party. So in this report we will discuss all this analysis and give you a final result.
So friends, I am here to discuss the Cumberland Hotel hammer attack, and the agenda for this case is how hotel can take reasonable care of guests to protect guests from the third party's criminal act. So in this case, firstly, I will start with Philip Spence, who came with the intention of robbery and entered the room of Ahud, Khalud and Fatima, who was sleeping in the room 7007 and 7008. Mr. Spence, who had intention of doing criminal act, entered the hotel from its main entrance, and he just passed the security officer Wazir Zafar, and probably Wazir Zafar thought that he was just looking like a common man. He was wearing trouser. So probably he thought that he is the guest of the hotel, and then Mr. Spence just used the elevators to go on fifth floor of the hotel from the elevator, and then after fifth floor he used fire exit stairwells to go on seventh floor. And on seventh floor, when he had intention of doing robbery, he just come to know that room number 7008 was on latch. So it was easy task for him to enter the three sisters room where three sisters was sleeping on in 7008. First he started to robber their credit card and their stuff. Then when Khalud woke up on that time, he attacked Khalud with its hammer. So probably you guys can see hammer that was used in this attack. Mr. Spence attacked in the same way to Ahud and Fatima, who was sleeping in the same room, and the attack was too brutal that Ahud's brain working capacity is now only 5% because his skull was damaged in this incident. As you guys can see the picture of Ahud before the accident, and this is the photo after the accident. So you can assume that how the accident was too brutal that her photo shows that. Now the family members suffered from this critical injuries after this accident, and this incident was really brutal, and it also affect the hotel of image as well.
Details of the people now. So I will talk about the details of the people involved in this case. Abdul Nazar, Khalid Nazar and Fatima Nazar are the three sisters who were brutally attacked by Philip Spence are the plaintiff of this case because they was attacked in the hotel premises, while the defendant are Mr. Logri, who was the security officer on duty, the general manager of the Cumberland Hotel, and the Cumberland Hotel itself was the defendant in this case as the incident happened in their hotel premises. So the three sisters filed a case against the hotel for the negligence of duty of care.
So now I will discuss how this issue relate to our textbook. As we study in our hospitality law book that innkeepers are absolutely liable for protecting the safety of guests and to ensure that their luggage is well protected. And moreover, if we talk about the exception, if there is guest own negligence, for instance, in case the three sisters voluntarily choose to keep their door open, so it was an open invitation to the attacker to enter in the room and steal their valuable items. But in this case, the hotel exercised reasonable duty of care. It means that protecting the guest from their as well as the third parties criminal acts. So they exercised reasonable care by installing CCTV cameras, a security officer, and by the lift and other safety equipments for ensuring the safety of guests.
So the legal issue of this case is when the sisters are brutally injured in this incident which occurs into the Cumberland Hotel, they sued the Cumberland Hotel to breach the duty of care because according to them, hotel did not provide them security and therefore this incident happened and Spence attacked on the sisters. Now the Cumberland Hotel argued that and make a statement that they are not responsible to take care of three sisters when the criminal act happens by a third party. It means Mr. Spence was the third party in this case, and he attacked the sisters. So probably probably hotel is not responsible in this case according to their statement.
Now talking about the overview of trial. So the lawyer Shushan Rodway opened the argument on the behalf of plaintiff, and he claimed that the attacker Philip Spencer should also be charged under the 3 counts of attempted murder because the attack was so brutal. As a result, Ahud lost 95% of his brain capacity, and they also mentioned that the hotel did not exercise the reasonable duty of care to protect the guest from such incident. And then in response, the plaintiff claimed that hotel did exercise the reasonable duty by installing CCTV cameras, a lobby officer, and also by ensuring the surveillance of the premises. Defendant claimed that the hotel was not responsible for protecting the guest from criminal act of third parties, and after that defendant also mentioned that the room in which three sisters was sleeping, it was an adjoining room, and the connecting door to their adjoining room was open, and moreover the main door was also on latch, and which provided an open invitation to the attacker to enter in their room and steal their valuable items. And further, during the police investigation, it was also revealed that Philip Spence admitted for his entering the room, and he said he entered the room for stealing purposes, but he denied for accepting that he entered the room for murder and other criminal act. Plaintiff's lawyer presented their evidence in the court. It includes the hammer that used for attacking the three sisters and medical report of doctor which state that the attack was very brutal. Furthermore, the plaintiff's lawyer also revealed that it is common culture for the Middle Eastern guests to keep their door on latch to enable the family members and other kids to go and come around in other rooms. And moreover, after that, the defendant, the plaintiff also stated that the Philip Spence was a regular intruder at hotel, so he was very familiar with hotel, and he was often found to be sleeping in maid's cupboard. So he was well known to the hotel, and which made it easy for him to target any one of the room in the hotel. And the criminal record of Philip Spence also stated that he was drug addicted and often involved in the criminal cases of theft, burglary, and other grievous body harms.
So after analyzing the trial process, judge found that hotel was taking reasonable care of the guest with providing CCTV cameras, 24-hour security officers. So in this case, and they also analyzed the door report, which states that hotel is taking reasonable care of their guest security and safety. Moreover, judge also contradict the statement of the defendant because they mentioned in the trial that hotel is not responsible for taking care of guests in the third party's criminal act, but judge correct this statement and tell them that hotel is still responsible to take care of guests in the criminal act of third party as well, but but this care belongs to reasonable duty of care. The reasonable duty of care states that hotel needs to take care of guests reasonably. Judge also sentenced a 27-year of jail to Mr. Spence, as well as he also sentenced the jail to Mr. Affermi. The Mr. Affermi is the person who helped Mr. Spence with providing hammer. So judge also sentenced the 14 years of jail to Affermi for conspiracy to commit aggregative burglary in this case. So in the last part of this assignment, we are here to give you personal reflection. So according to me, there is a no breach of duty of care from the side of hotel, because hotel was still taking reasonable care of the guest by providing security camera and security officers for 24 hours. So there was no breach of duty of care from the side of hotel. Moreover, hotel security officer did not know who was coming with the intention of criminal act or who is the guest of the hotel. So it is quite difficult for the hotel to understand who have intent of criminal act as well.
And I think that as the attack was so critical, so hotel should extend some financial support to the family in order to help them to overcome this crisis.
So according to my personal reflection, the hotel staff should recommend their guests to lock the doors while they are staying in the room, and also the hotel should install a panic button so that guests can push that button in the situation of panic, so that the guest hotel security would save them.
So in conclusion, we defined that the judge statement was correct, that reasonable duty of care is taken by the Cumberland Hotel Limited. So they are not responsible in this kind of situation, but still as a reasonable care, I think they need to provide some financial support to their families, because this incident occurs into their hotel premises, and probably I can say it's a part of their social responsibility that they need to provide some financial support to the family that because of their accident. Thank you.